her to the stage, Superstar Director Chastity Robinson. North Carolina, to talk about looking out for others. Give her a round of applause. Oh, very cool.
Hey y'all, so this is like a lot of people, so that's great. Anyway, all right, so I'm going to talk to you guys today about looking out for others, and basically that topic is just about understanding that you're going to face challenges and obstacles in your business. Raise your hand if you've ever had a challenge or an obstacle in your business. If you're not raising your hand, you're a liar. Because you have had some challenges and obstacles, even if you don't feel like they're very large. I can guarantee you if you haven't had one yet, you will. And overcoming those challenges can help you with your team, with your customers, and with life in general. Overcoming those things will teach you lessons that you never thought that you needed to learn. Okay, so as you guys already know, my name is Chastity Robinson. I am from Hope Mills, North Carolina, and I'm a Superstar Director for Shine Your Light Group Family of Teams. Here we are. I am a former elementary school teacher, and I'm a mama to a 10-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl. If she was born first, there would be no other child, but if you know anything about me or anything about my story, I am married to the very brave police officer that answered a 911 call that saved my life right over there. So, that's that. Just get that awkward point out of the way. Anyway, so enough about that. Let's talk about my Scentsy journey. I joined Scentsy back in 2015 on the $49 join kit. Where are my 2015 people? Raise your hand. Jesus, take the wheel. Not that many, but hi Scentsy sisters. So when I joined on the $49 join kit, I had less than $72 in my bank account, and I had no idea if my kit was actually even gonna ship. No idea. I wasn't sure if my card was even gonna go through. Now, hindsight, Chastity doesn't make good financial decisions because I was only joining to buy for myself. I just was obsessed with the products. My mom and I, back then, the minimum was like $150, and I was spending that every month anyway. So I just decided to join for myself on a whim. I never intended on leaving my teaching career. I knew that that was what I wanted to do and what I wanted to be since I was a little girl. When I joined, I was a single mom, and I was leaving a very abusive marriage. During that time, I wasn't receiving any child support. I found out that he was addicted to heroin, getting kicked out of the Army, and got another girl pregnant, all while we were living together. So my life was clearly going great. And nothing was going as planned. I clearly needed a divorce, obviously. And all of this was going on while I was teaching full-time, and I was the sole provider for my son, barely making ends meet. I had to move in with my mom. After teaching, if you know anything about teachers, we don't make anything, so I didn't have money for food or anything after I paid for daycare. My teaching salary clearly was not going to pay for my divorce. Around that time was when I joined, and at first, I just thought I was having fun. I was enjoying getting my goodies for free. But right after I joined in August, I joined in July, and in August, they announced an incentive trip to Disney World. Raise your hand if you've ever been to Disney World on Scentsy's dime. Woo! Scentsy does Disney like no other. Y'all know that. I grew up going to Disney. Disney World has my heart. But knowing as a single mom and as a teacher, I would never be able to afford to take my son to Disney World on that salary. So I knew I couldn't make that hold on. So I put my head down and I got to work. By October of that year, I'd officially earned a spot on the trip, and I was hooked. Once I realized that I could actually earn a trip and take my baby to somewhere that I would never been able to afford to go on my own, I knew that Scentsy could absolutely change my life, and I went all in. Raise your hand if Scentsy's changed your life. Yes, I know we did that earlier, but I wanted to see from up here. Okay, so fast forward. In 2015, I promoted to director in 2016. I promoted to star director in 2017. And I just knew that in the fall of 2018 that I was going to promote to superstar director. Raise your hand if you've ever wanted a promotion in this business, or any business really, that you wanted so bad you could taste it. I was there. I didn't promote in the fall of 2018. That's why I'm telling you this story. All of you guys that just raised your hand about wanting to earn a promotion, if you didn't earn it, you're not alone. Raise your hand if you've ever wanted one and did not earn it at the time that you wanted it. Look around. You're not alone. I wanted superstar director so bad, but I didn't deserve it. I wanted the promotion for me. I was going about it all the wrong ways, Jesus. And honestly wasn't building the people like I should have been. You can't do anything alone in this business. The more you build the people will build your business. Anyway, I promoted to SSD in the summer of 2019, and I did all of this while teaching full-time, getting married, having that crazy second kid, and doing all the things. I put my head down and got to work because I realized that I could build a legacy, not only for me, but for my kids and for my kids' kids. Yes. And that's, if you don't believe that yet, talk to some more people, because I promise you, you can build a legacy and you can build things bigger than you ever imagined were even possible. Know that Scentsy can be your vessel for that. Okay, like I said before, I never intended on walking away from teaching. I truly feel that God put me on this earth to teach, period. But in 2020, COVID happened, and we know the world went crazy, right? I was teaching at home, online, via Zoom. My son was at home. I was having to make sure that he was doing what he was supposed to do and teaching him. And then I had my 3-year-old at home at the same time. Plus, I had a Scentsy business that I was not going to let fall because of my circumstances. There were no other options for my kids. My son was popping in the back of my lessons in his whitey-tighties. My daughter was trying to teach math to the 4th graders. It was not okay. Nobody was okay. Online teaching took up so much time as well. There was so much extra planning and all the extra things. Anyway, I wasn't being a good teacher, a good consultant, a good leader, a good wife, a good mom. I wasn't doing anything well because I was stretched too thin. That being said, I finished out the school year in 2020, and when August came around of the following school year, I had been praying and praying and praying about it, and I walked away from teaching. Scentsy gave me the choice to walk away from something I thought I was going to do for my entire life. I want you to know that it's okay if you don't want to quit your job. It's okay if you don't want to retire your husband. It's okay if you just want to make an extra $100 so your husband doesn't get mad when you go get a pedicure. That's okay. But I want you to know that it's possible. There is no limit. The limit does not exist. If you know, you know. The limit does not exist. So anyway, I say all of that just to say that you never know what's going to happen. Circumstances change within 30 seconds. You never know what's going to happen when you wake up the next day, and something very tragic could happen and you could fall back on this. Like I said, I never wanted to leave teaching. Not only did Scentsy replace my full-time income, Scentsy has made me a better person. Raise your hand if it's made you a better person. Former mean girl here, right? It gave me self-confidence, and it ultimately made me into who I am today. If you knew me back in high school, let me reintroduce myself, because we're not okay anymore. Like, we don't know that girl. We don't hang out with her anymore. The beauty of this business is that you get to choose the business that you want. No dream is too big. No goal is too small. The limit truly does not exist. Okay, so I know that was a lot. I'm done talking about myself, I promise. I'm gonna share with you some of the actions and the road to success that can help you achieve whatever goals you have within this business. The first thing that I did, I attended Star Director Summit Approach. Who has ever been to home office? It's like Disney World for Scentsy consultants. If you've never been, it's amazing. That event changed my whole business. I went to that event in April. I met some amazing people when I got home from that. I think it was actually March or April, I don't remember. And I did a lot of reflecting. I got home, I put my blinders on, I got to work, and I promoted to SSD 5 months later. So know that going to an event can absolutely change your business. I will never forget when Orville said, I can't remember what reunion it was at, he said, people move products, systems move people, leaders are born at events. That's what you're doing today. There will be leaders born today at this event. And I know you're probably looking at me like, it's crazy. But I promise you, you don't even realize it until later that this is what fundamentally changed your business. I sat in the seats in Nashville, Tennessee at my very first reunion that I didn't want to go to, and went with people I didn't know and drove there, and it was not okay. But it ended up being the best thing that I ever did. I heard Laura Godwin speak. She was a teacher. She was a shining star that year, and she made me realize that this was real. Know that you can do that for other people as well. Okay. So my mindset had to change. That's the next thing that had to change. I am naturally an introvert. Raise your hand if you're an introvert and you don't even like people. Hi, it's me. I'm gonna hide for a week when I get home, so message me, but I'm not gonna talk back. I literally am, having small talk conversations is really like hard for me. And I know that sounds really like not nice to say, but it's just who I am, and a lot of introverts are the same way because having small talk is just hard. And I had to create a system to make myself talk to people. And I know, once again, that doesn't really sound nice, but I had to create a system where I was actually connecting with my customers, with my team, with my leaders, with other people. Your mindset has to change to be all about the people. If I could go back and do all of this all over again, I would have put a daily reminder in my phone that said, focus on the people. It's very simple. I've heard both of the other speakers talk about how simple this business is, but it does require work. The only other thing you need in this business besides your kit and your workstation is your mouth. If your mouth is closed, your business is closed. That includes customers, that includes leaders, period. You need your mouth and you need to go speak to people, even if you don't know what to do with your hands. Go talk to the people. But it requires intentionality and consistency. This is a people-based business, and at the end of the day, the more people that you help reach your goals and the more success that you help them find, the more success that will turn around and bless you. I knew what I needed to do. I just had to take action on those ideas. I had every reason under the sun not to focus on the people. I don't have time. I'm too tired. I don't like people. But I knew if I wanted to make a change, I had to actually do the work. Actions matter. It doesn't matter how many trainings you listen to, how many YouTube videos you watch, how many samples you make. It doesn't matter if you don't put anything into action. Go make all the samples you want, but let them sit in your office. If you're not doing something with it, it doesn't matter. So if I can give you any advice after you leave here today, is to take action on something. You have the power to make this business be everything that you want it to be. And I want you to believe that. You have the power to make this business everything that you want it to be. Not the business that you want for your team member, not the business that you want for your frontline, not your superstar director's business, not your best friend's business. Yours. That is the only power that you have. Another thing that I can say about actionable things, and tips to grow your business and find success no matter where your goals are, is to find your circle of 5. Your circle of 5 can be an absolute game changer in your business. Your circle of 5 should be people that you can run to, chase goals with, believe the same things that you do, and who are your biggest, and I mean absolute biggest, cheerleaders. Your circle of 5 knows that there is no competition and that there is room for everyone to succeed. Everyone to succeed. I want you to know that there's room at the top for every single person in this room, if that's what you want. There's room at the top, and we're bringing as many people as we can with us. So, how do you do that? How do you find your circle of 5? Raise your hand if you've ever had trouble finding people to relate to and bounce ideas off in your business, and you're having a hard time like finding somebody that's as driven as you or as goal-oriented as you. Let me tell you, it may take you a while to find those people, but they'll bless your life. You meet them at events like this, by getting out of your comfort zone, by doing it scared. That's how you meet your circle of 5. Sometimes you might align yourself with people and you realize that those people are just not for you. And that's okay. You have the power to get up from that table and build a new one. I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about building longer tables, not higher fences. Please yell with me if that's what you want to build. Create the type of community that you want to be in. Mean girl energy is so 90s. Like, we're not doing that anymore. We're way too old for that, at least I am. So, anyway, ask yourself this: do you light up a room? People can feel your energy before you ever say a word. Do you light up a room? Our team mission statement, motto, whatever it is you want to call it, is to stay humble, work hard, be the light, and make a difference. That's what's on every single shirt you probably ever see me wear. I do that because I believe if you live by those 4 things, just by living by Scentsy's core values of simplicity, authenticity, generosity, and to giving more than you take, if you live by that, number 1, you're gonna be a good human. But number 2, blessings are gonna flow to you. The blessings will come. Know that. You get to create that type of community for yourself. So if you're sitting out there right now feeling really lonely, feeling alone, wishing you had a circle of friends, I want you to know that there are people in this room that can do that for you, and you don't have to be alone. I truly mean you can sit with us. There is no, you can't sit with us around here. As we look out for others, sometimes we need the reminder that you can't shine your light by only looking at yourself. You can't shine your light if you're only looking at yourself. So be a light for your team. Be a light for your customers. Be a light for people in general. Be someone that everyone wants to be around. Make it rain kindness. Make it rain kindness. Kindness is cool. I tell my daughter every single day, because she's kind of got the stank face and the attitude and all the things, that I tell her every single day, kind girls rule the world. Kind girls rule the world. And I'll say, kind girls, and she'll go, rule the world. And she may not know exactly what I mean by that at 4. But I ain't raising no mean girl, y'all. She's gonna be the one in the cafeteria that makes sure that everybody has someone to sit with, that no one feels alone, and the change can start with us. It starts with us. As you're leading your team or living your life in general, like I've already said, you were made to be a light in this world for other people. Every single one of you. You were made to be a light for someone. You may not even realize that you're changing someone's life, but you were made for that. Every single person here deserves a seat. People are laying in bed at night praying for this opportunity that we have here with Scentsy. They're laying in bed at night praying for that, not only for the financial reasons, but for the community, for the family, for the love. I don't know if you guys realize this, but we're a part, and I'm not just saying this, we're a part of the greatest company. We really are. And if you don't believe that yet, do a little research, listen to some keynotes, and I can promise you that we can change your mind. If you've ever been a part of another direct selling company, I can tell you that they are not like this. They are not the same. Scentsy is a place where everyone can belong. Everyone has a seat. So moving forward, here are some actionable steps and tips that you can do if you are trying to create the community of looking out for others, even when you're going through a hard time. Very transparent moment. 2022 was very, very hard for me. I still suffer from anxiety and depression, and honestly, 2022 was the worst that it had ever been. But I still had to show up. That looks different for everybody. Know that it's okay to go through something. Ask for help. This business we're talking about looking out for others. Look out for others. Ask for help. Lean on your circle of 5. They won't let you quit, I promise. I've tried. They won't let you. So anyway, tips. Know that you will not always be motivated. We already talked about that earlier today. And that you can't motivate someone to make them work. Give up. Stop doing it. You can inspire them. You can help them move in the right direction. But if you try and find your value in motivating someone to wake up and get to work every day, you're gonna quit. You're gonna get burnt out, you're gonna hate this business. It's just not worth it. Spend that time on finding new people that are going to bring the light into your team and that you can continue to bless. Create the culture of people like us do things like this. What that means is, don't ask your team to do something that you're not willing to do. People like us do things like this, AKA, have our 500 in, have our active frontline, have parties every month, all the things that we've talked about. The 2-2-2 rule that Whitney talked about earlier, that's absolutely also something that I implemented a long time ago, and let me tell you, it works. I've already said this, but create the community that you want to be in. Be the pace setter for your team. If you don't have a high producer, you be the high producer. Like, don't wait on somebody else. You be who you want on your team. Trust me, we pray for people that are, can I just find one of me or one of her? Like, I just need one. I promise you, it will come. It only takes one person to absolutely and completely change your business. Keep blessing the people and you'll find them. Build your A-team, meaning find a reason to bless people every single day. Every single day. And if you're gonna build your A-team, that means like your chicken list is what I call it. I call my chicken list the people that I would absolutely fall over right here and die if they would actually join my team, right? People that I don't necessarily even really want to ask because I've already talked myself out of it and they have a good job and they're like super successful. Build your A-team. Find those people. Actions matter. People are never going to remember what you said in a training or whatever, but they're going to remember how you made them feel. They're going to remember how you made them feel. They're not going to remember what you said. In this business, all you need to find success, I've already talked about this, is people. If you want, raise your hand if you want success. Yes? Here's your action. Go bless all the people, and you will find success. All right, I'm almost done. Some tips to stay focused on that. I want you to know that the future that you desire and deserve is yours. Take as many people as you can all the way to the top with you. But listen, we don't be dragging people up mountains. We're not doing that. Don't drag them along. That's way too much work. You link arms with the people that are ready to do the things, and you take them with you. And you're ready for when somebody's circumstance changes, and that person that never wanted to quit their job wants to go all in because they're getting a divorce and they need to supplement their income or whatever else it is. Define the win or what actually really matters. Katrina already said it earlier about the fluff. This business, we have made it way too difficult. We have been doing a lot of things that don't matter. We need to get back to simplicity and partying and doing the simple things. Those are the things that are gonna grow you. Please don't say parties are dead, because they're not. All of these SSDs, we're having successful parties, but let me tell you, we also have parties that fail miserably. So know that you're not alone in that. Acknowledge whatever it is you're going through or the obstacles that you're facing. Acknowledge those. It's okay. You don't have to talk about it, but acknowledge them. Don't give them power. Ask for help if you need to. Failure only defines you if you let it. Know that you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. Done is better than perfect. Just like Katrina said about no one caring about what your samples look like. And I'm gonna be honest, I spend a lot of time on Canva, and my people don't even read that stuff half the time. Like, they really don't be reading it. It's very annoying because I worked really hard, and it's really pretty. But like, you know what I mean? Like, focus on the things that matter. It may not be a beautiful flyer, but it's one that's gonna get it done. Okay, I'm almost finished. Be authentically you. We live in a world of Instagram filters, ring lights, and highlight reels. Show and share your real life with your team and your customers. Real, recognize real. There's only one you. Know that you have the power to empower. Your story matters. Every single one of you in this room has a story. Everybody has a story. What you've been through, somebody else can relate to. Even if it's not something crazy or big like what I've gone through, everyone has a story, and your story matters. Use your story to connect with people, to serve people, and to inspire your people. Motivation is intrinsic. You can't motivate people. I don't share my story for me. I don't share my story about being in an abusive relationship for me. I share because nobody else was doing it. I was sitting there thinking I'm all alone when there was other people that were just too scared to speak up. I share my story about never intending to leave teaching, but Scentsy gave me the freedom to do that because I had never heard another top leader say that they didn't want to quit their job. Almost all of the ones that I've heard, they wanted to leave their full-time job. That was never my goal. It just ended up that way. So I know that everyone will not want to be vocal in public with their story. You don't have to be, but you just need to know that you have story. Your story has power. You have the power to bless people that you don't even know are listening and watching. And let me tell you something, people are like Santa. They always watching. They always watching. Say it's a lie. It ain't a lie. That's a truth bomb right there. Okay, so as I'm wrapping up, I just want you to think about, I got 39 seconds. We ain't thinking about nothing. Hold on. What can you use that's happened in your life that you can connect with people? Army brat, police wife, teacher. It doesn't have to just be about Scentsy or something crazy you went through. I connect with people about all the other things. I'm not going to tell you all those things right now because I got 20 seconds. And I ain't trying to hold us up here, okay? I got plans later. All right, ask yourself, how am I serving people today? What problems did I help solve? If you can mold your life and your business around those principles and you focus on the people, you will earn your leadership every day and your business will grow. You can go to bed at night knowing that you are living a life where looking out for others matters. You can feel like a good human. Anyways, guys, I hope that you found value in this. And I hope that you feel empowered to figure out your next step, how you can look out for others in your team. I know I didn't give you a lot of team advice because I can't tell you what looking out for others looks like for you. I can't tell you what it looks like to support your team. It looks different for everyone. I ain't texting people every day. It ain't happening. But that looks good that's other people's vibe. That's not my vibe. Okay, anyway. I'm just being real, guys. I say what I think. Okay, anyway, last things, there are blessings with your name on it. Every single one of you in this room, there's a blessing out there with your name on it. Go get what's yours, man. Go get what's yours. And I want you to believe that this is the year that you get everything that you've ever dreamed of. You get the business that you've always wanted. You have the power to do that. Know that on your journey, there are people or things that may leave your life as you do that within your year. Let them go. They weren't meant for you. Protect your peace at all costs. I want you to know that there is room for each and every one of you, and you can absolutely sit with us. If you remember anything from what I've said today, I want you to remember, and I hope that you stay humble, work hard, be the light, and make a difference. Love y'all,